So if we think about even just e-commerce in general, there was brands that didn't want to adopt e-commerce. Hey, I'll just focus on my store. A lot of those brands don't even exist anymore. I think what's really interesting on my side is, as someone who's worked in really early retail technology, NFTs was one of the first technologies that I saw that brands understood. And I think the reason why they understood it is because they see it as something that's tangible, right? Even though it's a digital aspect, they see it as something that can be offered in marketing, something that can be sold, something that can be given away, or something that can be attached to a product. And so unfortunately, I think what took place over the last couple of years with the NFT boom was more of kind of like the speculative aspects of it, which, don't get me wrong, I think is a very interesting use case. I just think that's probably 1% of the total opportunity when it comes to how these are used. So when I think about what really gets me excited about what's happening here is it just frankly living in the background. And I see that happening, already. Some of the examples that were given in the prior talk, really discuss that. But every version of the internet had a moment where there were brands that were more resistant to accepting that. So if we think about even just e-commerce in general, there was brands that didn't want to adopt e-commerce. Hey, I'll just focus on my store. A lot of those brands don't even exist anymore. Same with mobile, same with social. We're actually seeing that a lot now on the content side. User-generated content's a really big thing, and it's going to be no different on the Web3 side. And so for all of you who are here developing and thinking about things, that's just something for you to think about. It doesn't mean that you have to be, 100% Web3 developer. Understanding how Web3 works is more importantly, because at the end of the day, you're just calling APIs. So you don't have to be the one who's actually creating the smart contracts to be effective inside of the business, right? You just have to know how to call APIs and think about how does this actually work inside of the existing ecosystem of that organization. I would argue that's even more important than knowing how to do the core blockchain technology.